Hello, my fellow creators, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvette, and I am a member of the Kat Scrappiness design team. And today I wanted to come on here and play with a couple of the new dies that are part of the Valentine's Day die release. And I'll be using the stitched Sunray backdrop die, as well as this adorable Stuck on You craft dies. I just love these little cacti hugging each other with these beautiful smiles. So I have gone ahead and die cut my pieces out off camera, and here is the die cut stitch Sunray backdrop die. But I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've decided I want to ink blend using this die cut as a stencil. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this to my card base. And I'll just use some washi tape I have in my stash. Kind of hold it in place for me while I do some ink blending. So I'm going to be using my Distressed Oxide inks. And I'll be using Carved Pumpkin, Squeezed Lemonade, and Candied Apple. And I use my blending brushes to blend ink onto cardstock. And I use this mat from Dollar Tree so that I don't get any of the ink on my work surface. So I'm starting here with the Candied Apple and just kind of ink blending in a little arc. And then I'll come in with some of this Squeezed Lemonade. Whoops. Wanted the Squeezed Lemonade on top. No problem. No problem. I'll just go over that with the Carved Pumpkin. Alrighty, and then I will come in and go over that middle section with the Carved Pumpkin. Alrighty, let me get the tape off of here. Hopefully I don't have ink on my fingers. I don't want to transfer that ink to the card base. Oh, I love it. That's beautiful. Now I did get a little bit of ink on the edges, and I'm not too worried about that because I did cut out some of this gold matte cardstock using that backdrop die as well. And so I'm going to cover that up right there. But before we move on to that, I'm not going to waste my little stencil. I'm going to finish ink blending over those areas that were covered with tape. And then I'll use this one on another card. I'll set this one aside for the time being. I'm kind of toying with the idea of making this a shaker card. You know, I'm going to leave this as a flat panel. I'm not going to make a shaker card this time. Maybe I'll make it with the stencil piece that I had left behind. Alrighty, let's go ahead and attach this. And this is just some matte gold cardstock I had in my stash. But let's go ahead and attach that to our card base. And I am using my Barely Art Precision Craft Glue to attach this. And you can find Barely Art Precision Craft Glue on the Kat Scrappiness store. So I'll make sure to link all the products I'm using in the description box below. I think that turned out beautifully. What do you think? So now let me bring in all my other little pieces that I die cut. So I did cut our little cacti friends out of this green cardstock, But I want to add a little bit of shading to our cacti friends. So I'm going to do that before I attach them to our card base. So I think I'm going to use another Distress Oxide ink. I'll be using peeled paint. And look at all the beautiful detail on this die. You get these little, it looks like hair for that gentleman cacti. And also these arms do cut out. They pop up so you can hold one of the hearts or any other die you may have in your stash that you want to add. Of course, they're little smiles. And then I'm going to do the same with our little pot for the cacti. And I'll bring in gathered twigs. Then, since I did cut this cactus out of a darker green, let me show you. I cut two, so I have this one. I'm going to place the little cutout triangles in and inlay them back into this lighter green cacti. But to hold those in place before I place this on my card, I'm just gonna again use some washi tape just to kind of hold it together while I inlay them. Then I will have them holding this adorable textured heart. So let me again do a little bit of ink blending, and I'll just pull in my candied apple and use that. I kind of went with these colors because I know for Valentine's Day we tend to go with pinks and reds, and I thought, you know, if I'm going to make a Valentine's Day card for my husband, I think I'd like it to be a little more muted tones. So that's what I did. See, this gives it that added dimension so you can see that the cacti are inside of this pot. And then we'll add this layer to the front. Now I didn't forget about our other piece, so I'm going to go ahead and attach that, and then I'm going to inlay using the leftover pieces from the the gold cardstock. Let me put that one together real quick and I'll be right back. I just realized I said I was going to make that one a shaker. So let me get some acetate to add to this and I'll be right back. I went ahead and put together my shaker card. And then here's the first card that we made on camera together. But I want to add a little bit more detail. I did go ahead and use one of Kat Scrappiness blending brushes and just add a little blush to their cheeks for some added detail. And then I will add some sparkle using my Spectrum Noir sparkle brush. Not that this doesn't have enough sparkle with this beautiful shimmering autumn mix that I added to the background. Now I know these are more autumn colors and I know we're in winter and heading for spring, but I was just feeling these colors for the cactus and the sunset. There we have our two cards using the Stitch Sunray backdrop die as a stencil and then using the stencil to make a shaker card. I also used the Stuck on ICraft dies in different shades of green for my cacti, and I think they're just adorable. Make sure you head on over to the Kat Scrappiness YouTube channel and subscribe to her channel as well so that you can find more wonderful inspiration. I'll make sure to link it in the description box below. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye!